Back to Art, a podcast where we give you creative, insightful interviews, where we deal with creative issues, and then we do virtual exhibition and a lot. Today, we're going to talk about the business of art. And in our midst is one of the creatives who have turned his passion into money making, sure. And then they go by the name PM Creative. So you're going to introduce him to our show and start interaction with him. So welcome, my brother.
Thank you.
Okay. So who is PM Creative?
Okay, the name itself is Theophilus Essa, but I think everybody calls me TM. That's the name I've been called way back from school. So I mean, at the early stages, I just decided to use that as my brand name to just go with it. Yeah.
So how did you start the art journey?
Okay, so my journey of design or art started way back in school. So prior to going to school, I mean University of Education, Winneba, there was this family person that does printing, that operates a printing shop. So I think I was there for a while, for some few months, like 2-3 months. That was when I completed SHS. So right after then, I got into university. I never thought I would do anything design or anything. So I think it was just one of these campus fellowships. I attended church one day. President was like, "Oh, I was told you design." And then it wasn't something I really did. I didn't used to design, but people that were close to me know that this is what I used to do. So president kept pressuring me, "Oh, help us! You have to design for us," like that. So I began to delve more into design. I began to take design not too serious, but for the sake of the church I used to attend, I had to just put something together, even though it wasn't good, it wasn't something nice, but they wanted it, and I just had to do it for them. So that was just how it all started.
That is an interesting story. So until when did you realize that you can turn the art into a real business?
Yeah, so I think that happened in my second year, I think second to third year when I was in school. So it was time for elections on campus. You know how campus elections are. You have to design flyers, you have to, put your face out there for people to see so that they can vote for you and all. So I used to see a lot of posters around, and somehow, some way, one of the should I say what are they called? Are they called contestants? Or yeah, so one of those who reached out to me, they want me to handle their design for the elections, and I did it, and I got something from it. I didn't charge, but I was given something, and I think that was the first time I saw money from design. It was something to me. I mean, it wasn't something. It was something I did for fun. So imagine doing something fun and getting paid. I was like, okay, if this thing can work like this, then I can actually major on it and like get paid well through it. And then this money I was talking about the way there was just 15 cities. So it was just 15 cities. So you can see how bad in quotes or how low it was. But then it was something to me because this is something I just did for fun and I just got free 15 cities.
So actually that is where you saw that you need to start doing business with it.
No, so I would say that was the first time I saw money from design, and that was the first time art or design began to make sense in a way to me. Like it introduced me to the idea that okay, actually make money from doing this.
So if I may understand you got the idea to make the design your business or the art your business when you saw that it is paying.
Yes, if we put it that way, yes.
So pricing, especially pricing, how did you figure out? Yeah, how do you figure out that your artwork worth and let's say how do you price?
Then I had no knowledge about pricing. I had no designer friend. There was no community of designers I was part of. So when it comes to pricing, I didn't know what to charge or what a design work worth at that time, because it was, I mean, this is 6-7 years back. I literally didn't know anything about pricing. It was just me accepting getting something and I just move on. But then, and this is also an industry in an industry where there is no a set price for something. There isn't anybody that decide what to charge as a creative or how to charge as a creative. No, I think everybody does their own thing. You understand? Every designer has their own way of pricing. But then one thing I've come to realize with my small experiences in design is that the more you grow, right, the more you grow in the design business, if I should say, the more you grow, the more you get better at charging, because you meet creatives, you meet fellow creatives, you have conversations. Oh, Charlie, what do they charge? Oh, I charge X amount. You talk to this person. Oh, I charge X amount for this. And as time goes on, you'd be able to come up with a price that fits what you do. But it's very dicey in the sense that you can't also say because this person is charging X amount, I should also charge the same amount. Your design style might be different from that person's design style. How good you are might not be on the same level with the person. So you can't say because this person is charging 1,000 or 500 or whatever for design, I'm also going to charge that amount. So I think it comes down to knowing your worth, knowing what you can do, placing a value on your design or your art. There are designers who, for lack of words, let me say, are not good or are not too good. Let me put it that way, are not too good, but they charge crazy amounts, and you can't fault them for that. On only value, like that's what he thinks his art is worth, and that's what he's going to charge for it, and you can't fault him, because once again, this is not an industry where prices are regulated. Everybody does their thing.
Okay, so you charge based on your worth.
You charge based on your worth. That's how
there are people who are very good in what they do. Very, very good. You can see somebody's design very, very, very nice, but the person don't know how to charge. Like how is that person also going to deal with that?
Yes,
because people are very good in designing, but they don't know how to charge.
For this one, it's very dicey. And I think before I even delve into the question, one thing we should also ask ourselves is that who decides what to call a good design? You understand? You might be seeing it, say, oh, this is a very good design, it looks good, the colors, the arrangements, typography, what. But what does the client think? So let's put that aside. For people who are good and undercharge, I think it's a matter of exposing yourself to knowledge. And how do you do that? You do that by talking to fellow creatives. Reach out to people in the industry, talk to people. Don't just be a one-man designer and sit in your city or village somewhere. You don't talk to people, you don't share ideas, you don't have a community of creatives you are part of. It's like you are a one-man thing doing your own thing somewhere. I think the more you talk to people, the more you talk to fellow creatives, people who are in the industry, who are ahead or on the same level with you or even below you, just talk to people. Oh, Charlie, this thing that they do, this be how are they go about them, this be the amount are they charge, what be your mind? I think by so doing you'd get to, I know it's an industry where we don't have a set price for anything, but I mean, when you talk to your fellow creators, when you talk to your peers, I mean, you should be able to get a fair knowledge of a fair amount to charge. Because I used to be that guy some years ago. The works were not too good, but they were good, and I charged really low for it until I started talking to some people in the industry. These people helped to groom me to who I am today or where I am today. I got to know that, oh, this is how you do it. You don't do it this way. You don't, so it involves a lot.
This is very, very educated, and I know our audience are going to learn a lot out of it. That don't always stay in your one corner and think that you know everything. Reach out to people, like our brother is saying, and then learn a lot from them. So, how do you use social media to market yourself?
Social media has come to play a very major role in what we do. Because as creatives, I mean, no matter what aspect you are, design, art, or whatever, your work has to be out there. People have to see what you do to be able to for lack of let me say, patronize you or get to know you or get to reach out to you. You don't just design and be there. You don't market yourself. You don't post your work. Who is going to see you? How are people going to know you?
Okay.
Let me use myself as an example. When I started, like when I took design serious, getting clients was an issue until I got to know about Instagram. Yeah, I used to post a lot on Instagram, and I think that's where I started getting clients from. That's where I started getting clients from locally and internationally.
Wow. Well, so which means that most of your clients, you get them online.
At the early stages, when I started, not at the early stages, but when I took design serious, when I was designing seriously and I started posting on Instagram, I got majority of my first clients on Instagram. After then, 90% of the other clients I was getting were referrals, purely referrals.
That is fine. That's fine. So how am I? I'm a new person.
Mhm.
I started design. I'm a newbie into design.
Mhm.
How am I going to get clients? How am I going to market myself out there?
Put yourself out there.
Like how?
In summary, in
Like
summary, in summary, put yourself out there. It's not too difficult. It's not too difficult as sometimes we make it sound that, oh, Charlie, getting clients will be hard. Or getting okay, well, I can talk for myself. I can't talk for others.
The talk in general.
Yes,
Let's generalize.
getting clients, it's not that hard. I believe the more you keep putting yourself out there, people will notice you. You understand? People will notice you, and somehow, some way, they will be interested in what you do, and they will definitely reach out to you one day. You know, yeah. So you just have to put yourself out there. Network, very very important. Talk to people. So apart from graphic design, I do web design and development too. I've not posted that on my status or on my socials or anywhere. But what I do to get clients is that anywhere I go, any function or any event I go, I try to talk to people. Oh, hi, I'm Theophilus. I'm a graphic designer and a web developer. These are some of my work. These are some of the websites I've worked on. I talk to people, I show it to people, and I haven't posted any of my web design stuff anywhere. I get clients. Like I've done more than 10 websites within the period of 12 months.
Oh wow.
And most of these websites I got to work on were gigs I got by just literally talking to people. I didn't have to post anything anywhere. I didn't have to do any social media thing. I just talk to people, and that's all.
That is
The social media side is also very very important, but talking to people too is very important. Just talk to people anywhere you find yourself. It might even be at church, funerals, naming ceremony, nightclubs, anywhere you find yourself. Try and talk to at least one person. There is someone out there who is interested in what you do. But if you don't talk to them, if you don't sell yourself to them, if they don't know what you do, how are they going to reach out? Understand? So post on socials, talk to people, attend events, not just any events, but events where you think you can get the kind of people you want to just network and talk to people.
So networking,
yeah,
social media, talking to people.
Mhm.
That is one of the strategies that can make you win contracts. So what actually make an artwork valuable?
So there's a saying that beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Now there's no regulatory body or nothing out there or nobody out there that decides that this design or this body of work is nice or it's not nice, is good or it's not good. No. But then there are, should I say, rules in design, right? There is hierarchy, there's color combination, there's typography, there's arrangement, there are a couple of others. I believe when all these things are put together in the right proportion, you should get a good design. So basically I think that's the best answer I can give when it comes to that. When all the right things come together in their right proportion, you should get a good design. It's as simple as that. You see, this thing we are doing, is business. Trust me.
Okay.
This is business 100%. Apart from solving problems, apart from meeting the client's needs and everything, you have to understand that this thing you are doing is business. Except maybe if you have something on the side, you do.
Okay, sure.
But for someone like me, this is my major thing. I don't have any 9 to 5 somewhere. I wake up, go to my PC. I don't even have a time ring that I work. I wake up, sit behind the PC from morning till the next morning, sleep for some few hours, go back to the PC. 247, I'm always behind my PC. For someone like me, I don't have any other option anywhere. I don't have any big man, someone who is going to bequeath some property to me or something, who is going to give me something or anything. This is my 9 to 5. This is my day job. This is what puts food on my table. You understand? So treat it as such. Don't treat it as if it's just something you are doing for fun. I hear a lot of people saying design is my hobby. Yes, I understand it's your hobby, but your hobby has to be appreciated with money. You understand? I know it sounds some way. It's like I'm putting more emphasis on the money part. But
Yeah.
Charlie, let's be honest to ourselves.
Where's my
That be the true fact.
Sure.
Why they design?
Sick of money.
Why they do the job? You're not just doing it because I love to design. I love sitting. Yes, we all have to sit behind the PC. We all yes, but then your love for the work has to be appreciated with kwacha somewhere you have. Yeah. So
Thank you very much. Thank you for educating us today. In fact, personally, I've learned a lot with this conversation we are having right now. So, literally, what piece of advice are you going to give to the creatives out there in turning their passions, in turning what you call a hobby, in turning it into a real business and money making something?
Okay, so talking about the business side of what we do, right? I think one very important thing a lot of people are missing when it comes to dealing with clients is communication.
Okay.
Communication is very, 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 very important in what we do, right? Communication as to how do you approach your clients, what do you tell them, how do you approach charging. There are some people when a client send them a DM, oh hi, I want you to design a flyer for me, they'll just reply straight by saying, oh, okay, for this flyer I'll charge X amount, and that's all. It makes it look as if you are just after the money, and with that you have charging issues. For instance, let's say someone sends me a DM right now, oh, I want you to design a flyer for me. What are the procedures? What do? You don't just go straight by quoting the amount you charge. There has to be a build up, because first of all, you are trying to solve the client's problem first, and second, you're also trying to maximize what you can get from that client. I know a lot of people shy away from that aspect of the whole design thing because it looks like, oh, you're after money or you are this or you are that. No, it's very important. You want the money, but don't make it look like you are just after the money.
Sure.
There has to be a build up to you quoting whatever amount you want to charge for whatever design or whatever project. You understand?
Yeah.
Start by asking the client, like, what really do you want? Share ideas with the client. Oh, okay, this is what I think I can do for you. This is how I think we can go about it.
Okay.
Let the client have a feeling that, okay, this guy can solve my problem. He can really do it. Then when the money comes in, the client will know that, okay, he's charging X amount for A, B, C, D that he wants to do. It makes sense. Rather than you just going straight by saying, oh, mommy, 1,000 cedis or 2,000 cedis. It makes it difficult for the client because then in the client said, okay, can he really do what he's saying? I mean, so start by getting the client to believe that you can actually do what they want you to do. I do tell my fellow creatives, when dealing with a client, money should come last. Money should come last in the sense that don't start the conversation with, I charge X amount. No. Start the conversation with letting the client know what you can do. Get the client to believe that, okay, you can actually solve this problem. You can actually do this. You can actually create this art. You can actually make it work. send samples, similar samples of your work. You can even have a conversation for over 30 minutes or more without even talking about price. Price should be the last thing. That way you would make money, but it wouldn't be communicated to the client. You are focused on the money. You understand? A lot of creatives communicate it to the client that they are just after the money.
There is also this thing that, creatives find it very difficult. That is how to handle clients. So how should a creative handle a client, or how do you handle your clients?
So I think as I was saying earlier, right, the communication bit is very important, and I think it starts with how you communicate to the client.
Yeah.
Communicate value.
Okay.
Let them know you have something to offer. For the start, for
Sure.
starters,
Sure.
communicate value, right? For instance, let's say musical artist sends you a DM that, oh, I have a music coming on. I want you to do a cover art for me. Most of the times they start by saying, oh, what do you charge? What if I charging assembly to change for now? Start by letting them know what you can do for them. Now, this is how I would handle such a situation. I will start by letting you know that, okay, I can do not just the cover art for you, but then I can also do an artwork that will have the release date, that will have the, probably when it's released, maybe out on all XXXX handles. Audiomack, Boomplay, Spotify, or I'll do another flyer to announce maybe when it's close to the date, maybe almost there or almost out or out soon or something like that. I'll do that for you. I'll do one that says when it's finally released, to have out now or something like that. List out things that can help the person.
Okay.
Most of the times how we handle it when it comes, I will just go, okay, for cover art I'll charge 20 cedis or 30 cedis. Then okay, they give you the details, you take your 30 cedis, you design and you go. In that way, it makes it look, it looks too raw.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Communicate value. After listing those things that you think can help them, in the person's mind, okay, because you know, thing can say, oh, you go do these things, but as you list them, it come in mind say, I really they need this thing.
Sure.
I they need this one too. This guy go help me.
Sure.
You understand? So if after everything and you even charge a huge amount for it, it's in a way to make sense in that, they charge 2K for the cover art, but in actual sense, it go do A, B, C, D. So it makes sense, make appear.
Okay, so you are not going to charge all those ones attached to it. You are just letting him know that you can do this, all of them. Then after that, you yourself put all of them together and charge.
Yes, it's as simple as that. So the trick here is when they come for the music cover art thing, when they come to you, maybe for something that maybe probably you charge around 300 or 400 for the cover art and you are done. And that's all. But then, because of the things you have listed, you can go as high as 2K, 3K, or even 4K. It will make sense to him. Because when we say, you go do this, you go do that. And you know one funny thing? All these other things are things that sometimes we do for free for them.
Okay.
You probably want to the mommy more cap we channel. Or the mommy release date and come on mano. Or the mommy out now and come on mano. You go do one for free, then you go take 400 Ghana then. That be all.
Because of the way you started the conversation.
But because of the way you started the conversation, you make say I go do A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 give you. As I go add more caps give you and look at the work. You make say, I go do A, B, C, D, E, F give you. You understand? Already the client like, okay, this is what it's going to do. You've communicated value. They know that okay, this is what it's going to offer. So when you charge in quotes high amount for it, you know that okay, yeah, it dey deserve am because this is what you go do.
Wow.
And if you have samples, you can share. If you have samples of a previous project you've done, you can share with them. Okay, for instance, this similar project I handled. I did A, B, C, D, E, F for the client, and this is how it helped the
The
music
client. Wow.
blue or something like that.
Wow. So this is very educative, bro.
So you went from 400 to probably 2000 or 2005 just because you communicated well.
Well,
Just because you communicated value and not just
give me this.
yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think that is one thing as creatives we should focus on. Try and communicate value before putting a price tag on whatever you want to do for the client. Yes, so
Okay.
I think that way you can maximize what you would get from a particular gig.
Exactly.
It wouldn't just be my designing cover art, my 400 Ghana will come any. No.
So how do you also maintain a client after maybe you've done one work for the client? How can you maintain a client to win more from him or her?
Okay, so I think that there is I wouldn't call it a law, but I think these are basic principles, right?
Yeah.
They are basic principles you just have to do or to keep doing to get the client also thinking about you. For instance, maybe after you finish the work and everything, once in a while you can just shout to them, oh hi, how are you doing? I'm just checking up on you. Every crowd on Kai but once you check up on him, oh okay, this guy still there. Maybe he did somewhere, then someone needs a designer, and because you checked up on him, okay, TM crowd, oh Charlie, my guy be the name between you take a number, chat and we go sort you out. You've won a new client.
Sure.
You understand? So not constantly, but I mean, try
check up,
keep checking up on your clients and try as much as possible to, in a way, build relationships with your clients.
Okay.
It shouldn't just be work, or I design, you pay me, I design, you pay me, and you move. But try and just try and build a relationship with your client, even though sometimes they misuse that and they want to take advantage of you. But I mean, you just have to find a balance, right? Try and find a balance and trying to keep a relationship with the client. If you remember when we started this whole thing, I started by saying, at the early stages, I was getting my clients on Instagram. But now I can't even remember the last time I got a DM on IG. But 90% of the people I work with now are from referrals from
your previous clients.
What do you think made them refer the other people?
Because of the relationship you have with them.
It's as simple as that.
Wow.
If you treat a client nice, they always want to come back.
Exactly.
If they see or think that you care about them, they always want to come back. And it also comes back to what I was saying earlier, that how you start the conversation matters.
Sure.
Don't go straight to money. Show them value. So they have it in there that you understand? So it will be easier for them to recommend other people. Oh, Charlie, my guy with TM, will be very good. You take a number then chatter.
Sure.
But we shouldn't be so.
Wow. This is very educative. Thank you very much for such an advice.
Sure. You're welcome.
Taking it and then we are going to work with it. So where can we find you? Where can we find TM? Want to see your work?
TM, okay. So I'm a graphic designer. I'm a web developer. Aside that, I also do some stuff on the side.
Sure.
I love
machines.
I love anything that has to do with machines. So I build PCs and stuff. So on Instagram you can find me at TM Creatives, TM Creatives on Instagram, and my personal account Esan Theophilus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have Facebook.
I'm not on. I hate. I don't like Facebook. I don't like.
I've had conversation with
my issue with Facebook is this. I don't like the interface. It bores me.
Okay.
I have the app on my phone, but I don't remember the last time I opened.
I
opened the Facebook app.
With some creative. And some people don't like the TikTok, the Facebook thing. Everybody's talking about
TikTok is
Instagram,
cool,
Instagram.
Facebook is cool, everything is cool, but me, what works for me, where my bread comes from, is where I focus on. Yeah, so I don't do anything on Facebook. I'm not sure I have a TikTok. I'm not sure I have a TikTok account. I don't. Just
Okay,
Instagram.
so thank you very much for joining
Welcome.
us today. We are very glad that you show up on our show and you've educated us a lot.
Mhm.
And to our listeners and to our audience, we also thank you for having time to watch the show today. And as you can see, every week we give you insightful, creative interviews. Thank you very much again. And don't forget to follow us on all social media handles at Back to Art on Facebook, Back to Art on TikTok, and Odikru Justice Official on Instagram. And then subscribe to our YouTube channel at Back to Art. See you next week. Bye bye.